Hennythemoor reporting live from the liquor store. How's everybody doing today, man? So, hey, it's Tuesday. You know, we done made that work day. It's 6 o'clock somewhere in the world. Hell, it's 6:30 where I'm at. So y'all know it's past time for a liquor store run, man. So, y'all just take y'all time, come in through the front door. We got what you need, man. You know, we still got Eagles tears, even though that is like a step up from fentanyl, man. That's it. It's deadly. You know, don't touch them Eagles tears or how you're tweaking. But, you know, we got hen, we got gin, we got whatever else it takes to make you sin. So come on in, and we're going to get drunk with the Dallas Cowboy content together, man. Hey, Regina Green with the green. How you doing today? Jameson Taylor, what's good with y'all, man? Appreciate y'all for coming in and showing love to the liquor store, man. Everybody else that's been rocking with me, man. There's a bunch of y'all in here. Matt Leslie, Cortavius, what's good with y'all, man? Thank y'all for the love and support, for tapping in. DC for Life, Texas, my brother. Brandon Cook said he's still running 4-3. Yep, he's still like that. He's still a weapon, still versatile, home run hitter. So salute to that boy Brandon Cook for keeping his body in shape. Desmond Ironman, my boy Tony Stark, I see you. Thomas A. Garrett, I see you. Etta Lockhart, Brian Kite. What's up with y'all, man? Jose Banks, what's good? He said much love and respect. I won't be listening tonight, but I will be tomorrow morning. All good, man. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Fish 82, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. My boy said let's get drunk. We finna get drunk right now, man. Stephen Harrison, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in. Double R, part of the Rich Gang. What's up with you, man? Thank y'all for the love and the support. Yeah, Slim Cut It. We only need 6 more people until we reach the 1,000 subscriber mark, man. It's been a long grind, but we in here, man. Yo, King G, what's up, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, my boy. So I appreciate y'all. Big H, what's up with you? Q-Ball, what's up with y'all, man? I appreciate y'all for coming through the front door with a liquor store. Micah H, yeah, man, only 6 more. So tell a friend or a foe to come through the front door of the liquor store and support Hennythemoor. Yeah, all that rhyme, all that sounded very good to the ear, man. Very soothing to the ear, the way them syllables just roll off. All right, Jameson Taylor, what's up, man? You said you can see us tomorrow. All right, I understand. You got to do what you got to do. You know? So even if you can't stay, we do appreciate you for coming in, poking your head in, showing love, man. Real talk. So, hey, I'm going to need y'all to do a little bit of leg work, though, on your way in. I'm going to need y'all to hit that like button. I'm going to need y'all to hit that share button. I'm also need you to hit an Eagles fan, man. Because remember, if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man, you will receive, you know, half off all the merchandise inside of the liquor store. So, you know, we got gin, hen, Cowboy Readers. I'm gonna stop advertising those Eagles tears, though, man. You know, I heard you drink Eagles tears, man. You know, you just randomly want to eat shit out the middle of the road. So, man, I'm gonna stop advertising the Eagles tears, man. Jazzy Jeff, what's up, man? I see you, brother. Thank you for tapping in and showing love. Salute to y'all. So, man, we really got a bunch of off-season updates to cover tonight, man. You know, there was a bunch of things said about OTAs, a bunch of reports coming out from there about how players are playing, about personnel groupings that they're trying out. So, you know, I'm really interested to get into this content with y'all, man. He said bottling virtual bottles before the end of the week, huh? Facts. Yes, we are, man. You know, we're gonna have to send you some digital liquor. You know, y'all can go ahead and partake with that, man. But yeah, so there's a bunch of different things. So we're gonna talk about all this off-season news. But real quick, I'm going to give y'all an update on the raffle. You know, I like to keep y'all plugged in, let y'all know what's going on with the, I keep wanting to say jersey raffle, but we actually are raffling off tickets. So for y'all who do not know, we are raffling off home game tickets to the Dallas Cowboys versus Eagles home game. It's $10 per entry, and we're going to run the raffle until August the 1st. So, you know, to enter, all you got to do is send $10 to $Hennythemoor. And real quick, while I got this up on the screen, I'm going to give y'all the updates of, you know, the current standings for the raffle. So right now, Mickey has 2 entries. Dwayne Brown has a singular entry. Blake Hart has 2 entries. Brian Kite, you are $5 away from getting a singular entry. So you need $5 more, Brian, in order to get a raffle entry. Because you sent 5 as a $10 entry. Hoodlum, you said 10, so you got an entry. Sharon, you have an entry. DC for Life, Texas, you got an entry. Neil, you got 3 entries. So right now, Neil, you got the second best odds of winning the main prize. So salute to you. The Lunatic, you have an entry. Donald Holmes has an entry. Taiwan, you have 2 entries. Crystal has an entry. Mike DC4L has an entry. Josie G, you have an entry. King G, you got an entry. Michael Autry, you got an entry. And VA Roster X has 4 entries, and he has the best odds of winning the tickets. So if y'all want to participate, just send $10 to $Hennythemoor. If you want to improve your odds of winning the jersey, continue to hit the Cash App. And y'all got between now and the 1st of August to get those in. So that's the update on the raffle. Now that we got that out the way, let's jump right into the content. Yo, what's up with you, man? I see Dwayne Brown enter the chat while I was doing that. Salute to you. Justin Kitchen, I see you. Buck Wayne. Yeah, we can send that anytime. You can send it anytime. Because I give updates on the raffle, periodically anyway. You can send it at any time. Yeah, you can send it at any time. Ain't no issue. So now that we got that out the way, man, let's talk. Have I got to 1K yet? No. Last time I checked, I needed 6 more people. I needed 6 more people before I reached 1K. Oh my God! Man, I was shook. So we have, man, God is good, man. We have reached 1,000 subscribers, man. Man, hold up. We done reached 1,000 subscribers, man. Hold on. Man, it said 1K, though. I just looked at it. I just refreshed it. Man, what? Hey, man. That surprised the hell out, man. I'm really at a loss for words, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Man, I appreciate y'all, man, for real. Like, y'all don't know how much work and time I done put into this, man. Like, this is really a humbling moment, man. I appreciate y'all for everything, man. Like, real talk. And I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to keep putting out great. I think I got to still subscribe. I think I got to still put in an application for the... I got to put in an application for the partnership program. So it's going to still be a couple of days before I can receive super chats. But, once I'm officially on the partnership program, then super chat away, man. But, yeah, I appreciate y'all, man, for real. Hey, I thought I busted, man. I was shook, man. I didn't know. I did not know that I had reached 1,000 that quick, man. I needed 6 coming on to the show, and we on not even 10 minutes in, and we didn't hit it, man. So, damn, God is good, man. All praises to the Most High, man. He said, Henny gonna cry in the car. I just might, man. I just might. Because really, when I started doing this podcast and stuff, man, I really didn't think it would take off like that, man. Hey, I appreciate you, Elena. I appreciate all y'all, man. Real talk. Yeah, hit that share button for me, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate it. But, hey, it's only up from here, man. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep putting out the numbers, putting out the facts, real analytical talk about football, real sports coverage, non-biased stuff, man. We're just going to keep elevating from here, man. So let's start, man, with the first thing from OTAs. And first and foremost, shout out to Michael Gilkin. Hold on. This is the one I want to talk about. Yeah, so shout out to Michael Gilkin. He actually put a big ass spread, like a spread on Twitter about different OTA things that were happening. So Mike McCarthy indicated before practice, Tyler Smith saw reps at left guard, with Tyron Smith saying, man, he playing left tackle. And that's what I've been begging them to do. I have been begging them, to move Tyron Smith back to his natural position of left tackle. He is, and listen, he is a man that's going to get a gold jacket. He is deserving. He is very deserving, of playing left tackle until he showed that he can't do it no more. So, we've been saying what the best 5 on the field would be. We said Tyron Smith would need to be on the field. We said Terrence Steele would need to be on the field. And of course, Tyler Smith is still involved in that. Zach Martin. Be honest. So all those guys are your best 5. So the fact that they are actually playing the guys where they need to be played at, you know, it's a shame it took the nation that long. Hey, it'll be okay, man. It'll be okay. I'm still appreciative though, man. You know, I'm never gonna be unappreciative for stuff, man. So who knows? You know, it took a little bit to get to 1,000. It might not take any time to get to 2,000. So, you know, nothing but positive vibes and looking forward to the future, man. Real talk. But I am happy to hear that news. You know, and when you really think about it, I'm not saying that Tyler Smith is a bad left tackle. He was a pretty good left tackle last year. But, you know, the thing is, when you don't expect anything from somebody and they play decently, you know, that elevates really how you feel about them. I wasn't expecting anything for Tyler Smith. Like, to go on record, I did not even want the Dallas Cowboys to draft him because of how poorly he played in college. When he was at Tulsa, he was a guy. Yeah, hey, appreciate you, Yvette. Thank you for the love. So, you know, man, like when he was at Tulsa, he was a guy that led the entire NCAA in penalties, you know, gave up a lot of pressures, did not overall play well when he was left tackle there. But then he came in, you know, he got drafted. They were projecting him to be our starting left guard. And then, you know, the Tyron Smith injury happened. So they had to change the entire lineup from what they were projecting before the start of the season. Hey, I appreciate that, Q-Ball. I said I already got one of the best channels. Man, I try. You know, I try to put out some quality content. You know, I don't try to do clickbait. I don't try to do none of the sort, man. You know, I try to go out here and, you know, give y'all factual analysis, you know, with empirical data, you know, just to show that I ain't bullshitting about what I'm saying. So, you know, it is a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful day in the nation. Beautiful day in the nation. JC, what's up with you, man? I'm glad you slid in here. I just got to the 1,000 subscriber mark, man. I just got to my first 1,000 subscribers, JC. So yeah, we lit, Mo. We lit, bro. We lit. Hey, I appreciate all the love, man. Real talk. Real talk. But, you know, just in regards, you know, to Tyler Smith, he played very admirably. But, you know, what I'm going to show you is, though, yeah, he played a lot. Listen, he played a lot of snaps. He played a lot of snaps. But what I'm going to show you real quick, and that's the thing, like nobody was really high on Tyler Smith. Everybody was saying he got overdrafted, and then he went out there and played damn good. Like he was really probably the best rookie offensive lineman last year. I think he really was the best rookie offensive lineman last year. But, you know, one thing I'm not going to do though is say that he played well enough to take Tyron Smith's job. You know, that's the one thing that I will not do. So, you know, I'm glad that they are putting Tyron back at left tackle. Because, you know, last year, you know, he still led the league in penalties. He still allowed 6 sacks. So, you know, like unless he was a rookie, he was supposed to do this. He was supposed to do that stuff. So, you know, that's why I'm saying put Tyron Smith back out there. Because Tyron Smith is already a proven commodity. He's already a guy that we know is going to be. He already a guy that we know is going to be in the Hall of Fame at some point. And, you know, he is still a top 10 left tackle when he plays. Now, last year, you know, they threw Tyron Smith out there at right tackle. And when he was taking right tackle snaps, he was not playing up to the standard that Tyron Smith usually plays at. So, you know, I think it's the smart thing to do. Not only should you have your best 5 on the field together, but you should have your best 5 at their best positions. The best position to put Tyron Smith at, you know, is left tackle. You know, the best position to put Terrence Steele at is right tackle. Zach Martin is not going to move from right guard. You know, I'm going to call the boy Connor Williams. Tyler Biadasz, you know, is definitely holding it down at center. And we already know that the Dallas Cowboys saw Tyler Smith as a guard when they drafted him. And that's the thing. Like, you know, they did say that about Travis Frederick coming out. They said that he had a 3rd round grade and we took him in the 1st. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that Tyler Smith is Travis Frederick just yet. You know what I mean? And really, this not a knock against either one of them, because the goal is for both of them to play beside each other, and both of them to play at positions that they can excel at. Tyron Smith, I don't think he can excel at any other position beside left tackle. I think Tyron Smith has to play left tackle to be effective for you. I think Tyler Smith, because of his physicality, because of his size, because of his athleticism, I think he'll be a dominant ass left guard. I think he'll maul people at the point of attack. I think he got the ability to get to the second level in the run game. I think that he can go crazy, as a left guard. So, I'm really just looking at this from the overall, perspective. I want the best offensive line as humanly possible with the guys that I currently got on my team. The best offensive line that I could construct will be Tyler Smith being on the field at left guard, because no matter who else I put at left guard, it will not be as good as Tyler Smith at left guard. Matt Forniak will not be as good of a left guard as Tyler Smith. He will not. Josh Ball don't even need to be on the team, so we're not going to talk about him playing any guard position. So, the best left guard that I can come up with is Tyler Smith. Yeah. Hindsight is always 20/20. Like I said, I was not high on the pick when it happened, but he has played to the standard of me being like, you know what, I might have been right, but I might have been wrong about that kid. He been going crazy. I think that was more about, they did have Tyron Smith playing right tackle, but the overall report was going into minicamp that Tyron Smith would be the starting left tackle and Tyler Smith would be the starting left guard. And I actually got that report from Patrick No C. So salute to him. If you're on Twitter, make sure to give him a follow. Yo, Darius Rouser, what's up with y'all, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, my guy. I appreciate it. If DQ don't sabotage another 2024 draft, we'll build our O-line. Well, this is the thing. They took it to a vote. You saw them in the war room. They were politicking about taking an offensive guard or taking a defensive tackle. Offensive lineman or taking a defensive tackle. They voted on the defensive tackle. They said that he could come in and make an immediate impact. So, and then if they really wanted to get an offensive lineman, they could have just not drafted, what's the boy, Shoemaker. They could have just got the boy from Florida, who was my top guard in the draft. So, that did not prevent them from getting an offensive lineman. They still could have picked an offensive lineman in the second round or the third round. They chose not to. So, that's neither here nor there. I still have my questions about Shoemaker overall, especially with him having an injury at this point. So, we'll see. Speaking of him, that's a perfect way to segue. That is a perfect way to segue. Y'all are geniuses. So they were talking about Shoemaker managing his plantar fascia. DQ got all stroke in draft. Only 10 offensive players total. Last 3 drafts. Yeah, I actually did. I actually went and liked it, man. So, hey, my boy JC got a fire Deuce Vaughn video on his page. Y'all should definitely go and check it out, man. Tyler Smith will make the Pro Bowl. Now in the future, he can play that left tackle. And that's the thing. I do believe that Tyler Smith down the line will be an exceptional left tackle. I'm just saying right now with the way that the team is currently constructed, Tyron Smith is your best chance at left tackle to have a complete line. Like, no matter which way that you cut it or slice it, Tyron Smith is one of your best linemen. Regardless if he's old and decrepit, regardless if he has injury issues, he's still one of your best linemen. Yo, Damian Crow, what's good with you, man? Hey, thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store, my man. Appreciate you. So they said that Cowboys have managed a plantar fascia issue for tight end Luke Schoonmaker this spring. Not doing too much with their second round pick. He wasn't in protective boot, which is a good sign, while staying engaged. Who are the better linemen on the team than Danny Savage, since you want to argue about offensive linemen? Name me the better offensive lineman on the team that are better than Tyron Smith. And who is better and listen, the key word should be who is better than Tyron Smith at left tackle. Because it definitely was not Tyler Smith with his overall performance last year. Because remember, he played much better than I thought he did. But he still led the league in penalties. He had 13 penalties last year. Tyler Smith did. He gave up 6 sacks. As a pass blocker, he only graded out as 64.2. So again, when completely healthy, who on this team, because I got the numbers to back me up. Then listen, Tyron Smith is healthy right now. So that's a non-issue until he gets hurt, which I do not want to happen. Like, we're gonna put good vibes and positive vibes over the boy. Said Tyler better left guard. Yeah, Tyler is good at left guard. Yeah, Tyler is going to be a good left guard, but left tackle, the only guy you can say, hey Henny, if Tyron doesn't get hurt this season and is healthy, when do you pull him, or do you pull him before the playoffs? Well, that's the point. We can't be having a conversation about, who's a better player when they healthy, when everybody healthy. Right now, Tyron Smith is healthy, so that's a mute point until he gets hurt. So Tyler Smith is the reason that got hurt. He trash. That actually was a little bit more on Tony Pollard, because Tony Pollard didn't pick up his pressure assignment. But I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, so do they have to disclose that information before the draft if it's pre-existing? Yeah, they already know about it. I wanted Broderick Jones. Listen, I think we all wanted, offensive lineman early in the draft. Y'all know from me doing these pre-draft videos, from us, having these shows in the off season, that I was very high on taking an offensive lineman in the first round. You know what I mean? So, but that didn't happen. It played out the way that it played out. And we got to find a way to make the offensive line the best that it can be with the current personnel that's on the team. And the way to have the best offensive lineman out there, regardless if you think they'll stay healthy, we all know that Tyron Smith is not going to play a full season. I just need Tyron Smith to play double-digit games in the regular season and be present for the postseason. Those are my only 2 requirements. If Tyron Smith can give me 10 games in the regular season and he can be present for every postseason game, then I'm good with him. Because remember, I was one of the guys that was saying get rid of Tyron Smith. But, I also pointed out, since they kept him, you need to play him. You need to play him in his best position. And you also need to make sure that you have a viable, reserve that could come in. A viable reserve that could come in when he gets injured, so you don't have to flip-flop the entire offensive line. Those were the things that I said. Tyron Smith has only played 17 games in the last 3 years. So, you should expect him to be dinged up at some point. So you should have a very good backup. That's how they should have went about building this roster the moment that they decided they were going to bring back Tyron Smith. Now, granted, I still believe Tyron Smith is a top 10 left tackle when he gets onto the field. He still is a top 10 when he gets on the field. He said, I'll bet 10 racks he don't play double-digit games and playoff. Landlord can hold the money. I ain't going to bet no 10 racks on somebody else. I'll bet, listen, we're going to do a gentleman bet. Because if I win and y'all run off with 10 bands, we won't be able to be friends no more. But we could do a gentleman bet. I ain't gonna do no 10 racks. You know what I'm saying? That's a sender hit. That's a sender hit if they don't pay a kind of price. But you also got to think about it, man. We could bet a drink. But and listen, they incentivized Tyron Smith to play like a portion of his money. A portion of the money. that he is supposed to be making is tied up to the amount of games that he plays. So because he's incentivized to play more games, because he is really going to be playing for his long-term future, I expect him to try and fight to get onto the team. Okay, we could do that then, Danny. We can do that. So yeah. So that's just how I feel about it. Like, I do think that Tyron Smith is the best left tackle that we got, and I do think the best offensive line configuration is Tyron Smith at left tackle, Tyler at left guard, Biotis at center, Zach at right guard, and Terrence Steele at right tackle. Say, Henny, I tell you, bro, I'm not as worried about the O-line or running back room. We'll find someone in the draft pick or undrafted free agent to fill the O-line board and have confidence in the running back room. Folks hating on Deuce. Hey, I like Deuce. Just because he's undersized don't mean he can't play. I didn't need to see him get on the field, see how well his speed and stuff translates to the NFL level, but I like Deuce. Hey, that's the plan right now. I definitely could see them. I definitely could see them letting Hunter, get the short yardage carries, get the short yardage carries on goal line for third down and short. I definitely see him pass blocking, being utilized as a fullback. So I can see him. I can see that. Yo, Big Ben and Rich, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in. So real quick, back to this real quick though. So we were reading about how he was managing his plantar fascia issue, right? So he wasn't in the boot this time, so that's Gucci. That. Thank God for that. He ain't out there hobbling around looking crazy. What you think about Dalvin Cook to the Cowboys? I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like, I'm very high on Dalvin Cook. The man had 4, consecutive 1,100 yard seasons. He's gone over 1,100 yards the last 4 seasons in a row. Made 4 consecutive Pro Bowls, and he has the 3rd most rushing yards, in the last 4 seasons. Like, there's only 2 running backs that got more rushing yards than him in the last 4 years, and that's Derrick Henry and Chubb. Danny, Dallas not dressing 4 tight ends, 3 running back, and a fullback game day. Well, somebody going to have some position flicks. But, I definitely think that Hunter right now is going to be your short yardage back. And, you usually got to go 3 deep at running back. If anything, I think that they'll, because listen, I think that it'll be Hunter. I think it'll be Tony Pollard, Hunter, and maybe Deuce will be the 3 running backs. Same age, Zeke, 11 million. You want 21 million at running back position. It's not my money. Like, hey, listen, I do not care how much money that man make. I ain't paying him. I want the production. I want the player. I want the guy that can go out there and help me win this 6th Super Bowl. Because Brian Schottenheimer, when you look at the kind of scheme that he runs, you definitely might need another running back. Like, you might just need another dynamic running back with the amount that he runs and the fact that he can also be utilized in the pass game. So, I like, listen, I will, and listen, it's only going to be for a year because, they ain't going to pay both of them boys. They're not. So we got 0 running back that can pass block. I mean, the hope is, with this new scheme, they won't have to pass block as often. The hope is your offensive line holds up and you ain't got to worry about them pass blocking. Also, a lot of times in the West Coast offense, running backs will be running routes on 3rd down. They're not really utilized as blockers. There's not really the scheme where the running back blocks that much. They're gonna be running option routes out the backfield, running Texas routes, running wheels, sitting down into the flat. They will be out there. It said Vikings going to cut Dalvin. Why trade? Who said trade him? We all know he's gonna get cut eventually. We all know he's gonna get cut. Then at that point, all you gotta do is give him a contract. Like I wouldn't necessarily trade assets for him, but I'll wait till you get cut. I don't believe that we not holding on to the ball like that, bro. So the pass pro for the run, it won't be the same. It won't be the same concepts because West Coast offense, at least in the straight drop passing game, it's usually 3-step to 5-step drop. So it's not a 7-step drop waiting for the play to develop. The ball usually comes out fast and on time, and then in Brian Schottenheimer's scheme, the shot plays, the downfield passing will come off a play action, so the pass rush will already be delayed from the run fake. It's being reported that Dallas trying to trade for Dalvin because Dolphins want him. Well, if they want him that bad, do what you got to do. But at the same time, he's a 27-year-old running back. It's not like they're gonna give him it's not like they're gonna give up a first-round pick for him. If they want a third or a fourth or some shit, like hell, do it. Who cares? You can rework his contract when he gets on the team. Satellite Sony. Stephen Jones was talking about trading players they don't want to carry into camp for other players at their position. And that's actually pretty sound logic. Said Dalvin didn't take the hit. Zeke took. Yep. Shoot, I'll trade a 7-round pick. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because odds of these young guys coming in and actually, always producing is slim to none. I know that we, as a franchise, we are used to young guys getting opportunities and blossoming into players, but that's not usually how it works around the league. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to consistently get quality talent in the later rounds anyway. So trade away whatever you got to trade to get proven talent on the roster. You can get a running back after preseason cuts. Yeah, but you won't be able to get that running back. You know what I mean? Like, I think Dalvin Cook is and listen, he wanted the better running backs in the league. Like, just from his body of work over the last 4 years. Now, granted, I don't know enough about Dalvin Cook to say that he can pass block at a high level, do this, that, and the third. But this is the West Coast system. Okay, McBride, McTomas was still on the board round 6. Could got Eater, and then Vaughn round 7. McBride and Bruiser. Yeah, and listen, it was one of the deeper running back classes in a long time. I pointed that out. When I was doing the Cowboys College with Landlord, and we were chopping it up about these different prospects coming in. So it was a very deep running back class. So, I'm surprised they waited as late as they did to get a running back, but said Mike going to use Luke K like Coons in Green Bay. I can see that. And listen, Coons were very productive for them. But real quick, man, let's take a real quick little light break, man. But we got about 60 people up here in the liquor store. We got 42 likes. So I need y'all to go ahead and hit that like button for your boy. Hit that share button for me, man. Let everybody know the liquor store was open for business. Let them know we are official now because we got 1,000 subscribers and God is good. Let them know that they can get a discount by slapping the shit out of an Eagles fan. He said, yeah, deepest running back. Been doing drafts since I was 14. I feel it. Bro said, okay, Danny. So you've been putting in a lot of work. A No, I won't be surprised because listen, when you've been 5'5" your entire life, you have no choice but to play big, or you would not be in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? He had to play big in high school. He was undersized for a high school player. He was undersized for a college player. Him being undersized is nothing new to him. So you know he a dog. You know he a dog. So yeah, like there's nothing new to him. I expect him to come in and be productive. Appreciate that, Danny. I appreciate the support, my guy. Also, as a friendly reminder, Turpin will be in the liquor store, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we're gonna be in the liquor store. He'll be on the West Coast. He'll be in the trap, be in the ferries with landlord, all simultaneously. So y'all make sure to show love to all 3 channels. Make sure you go and like and share on all 3 pages when the show is live. Just continue to support us. And, we'll continue to try and bring you players. So Pro Bowl returner / wide receiver Cavante Turpin will be on the show tomorrow night. And we will definitely ask him some interesting questions. About the future, what it may hold for him in this offense, his expanded role, so on and so forth. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, so let's see. So really, we've been talking about we can chip in for Turpin to get glasses. He runs into contact. Hey, Cuz said though when you run that fast, man, he said everything a blur. He said it's just like when you're speeding down the interstate and you miss your exit. You know what I mean? So, hey, it happens. So and listen, I do expect Turpin to be more involved in the offense this year. He's already getting a lot of snaps with the wide receiving core. He's the fastest player that we got. So, even if he's not an every down wide receiver, I can see him being a weapon that you can put in. You can give him, he could be the guy you throw the ball to on a jailbreak screen. You can run a rub route for him so he can get free in the open space and try to hit his head on the goalpost. He could be the clear out guy. And if they don't travel with him, you could throw it to him on a shot play. So he's little in weight. Like he's 5'9", under 200 pounds, but he's still 5'9". Like Randall Cobb was only 5'9 and a half, 5'10". There's been Tyreek Hill on like 5'9". So there are plenty of guys that are his height, that have been versatile wide receivers. So I do think that he has a role. I do think he's a dynamic enough of a player to have an impact on the offense. And I'm really excited to talk to the kid, man. I'm really excited to talk to him. So real quick, I have not finished my train of thought yet because, I be tweaking. J. Lou said he's trying to put in a Pro Bowl campaign this year. He must be training hard with all that competition in front of him. Well, J. Lou will have to actually get on the field, to get Pro Bowl consideration. Not saying that he is a bad player. Hey, what's up with you, Edda? I see you tapping in. Thank you for the love and support. So, yeah, I'm not saying that J. Lou is a bad player at all because I think he's great. I think he's a great slot corner. But, like, hands down, like, the run Bland probably got the job right now. So it's just going to be a question of, it's going to be a question, of if he's going to get on the field enough to do that. Because we all know Dan likes playing these big nickels. He like his safeties on the field. He like 3 safety looks. There have been plenty of time when Jay Run Curse, Donovan Wilson, and Malik Hooker were all on the field at the same time. So, it's going to be hard pressed for me to see a fourth corner get on the field that often. So real quick though, I'm gonna finish my train of thought on this, then we'll move on to the next slide. So listen, I am still concerned that he is not out there running routes, that he is not out there, working on the craft of being a pass catcher because of his limited experience of doing it in college, right? He said, "Hey, you wildin', man." He said, "Henny, can we get an interview from Overshown so he can sing to us too?" Now, let me tell you something. I do not want another grown man serenading me. But we will see if we can get an interview with him, because I do like him a lot. I think he has a bright future with the Dallas Cowboys. Playing that linebacker hybrid role, because he does have a safety background, a guy that can cover, sack the quarterback, do this and that. But yeah. Hey man, I told you we got a lot going on, man. I'm gonna finish this thought, then we're gonna move on to the next one. I've been trying to get through this thought, but y'all been asking good questions though, man. Y'all can't blame me. Y'all be asking some good questions, and I just start elaborating on that shit. So yeah, you gotta forgive me, man. But hey, y'all be asking some very solid questions. And hey, big nickel and linebacker is down there the same thing on this team, especially since Jabril Cox got the green dot. The line between linebacker and box safety really blurs. You know what I mean? So you can say big nickel, you can say inside linebacker, and not be wrong with the way that the defensive scheme is set up. So yeah, so just from the fact that he's injured, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still concerned about that. Yeah, probably not year one. Etta said he can sing to her. Well, listen, you're gonna have to be the one to request it. So if you're in here and we are able to get a show with Overshown, then you'll have to be the one to request it. I'm not gonna ask that grown man to sing to me. Yes, Miss Langford, we made 1,000 subscribers. Like, God is good. We made 1,000. It feels great. So yeah, so that's my only concern with it. We all know from Amari Cooper being on the team, these foot injuries can linger. These foot injuries can keep you off the field, and even when you're on the field, it can limit you as a playmaker and pass catcher. So I am very concerned about that. And they always will tell you it's nothing to worry about. He'll be fine. It ain't gonna linger. They say this stuff all the time. So I'm gonna keep my eyes out for it, man. I'm gonna keep my eyes on it. Hey, I appreciate you, Big Benny Rich. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Indeed, we in the liquor store. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Oh, Henny, once I get going, I want to be the same. It's happening soon, though. Hey, man, all you got to do is start. All you got to do is start and keep going, man. Because hey, listen, when I started this, and listen, it ain't even been a year yet, man, so God is good. It's been about 8 months, since I started making content. So, God be the glory. Appreciate the subscribers. Appreciate the nation for holding your boy down. Hey, the moment you make your page, man, let me know so I can subscribe to you, my brother. We still got McKeon. Yeah, we still got McKeon. So it's really a log jam at tight end. Even though listen, one of the reasons why I did not want us to bring in Shoemaker, because I thought that we had seen enough from the young guys to give them an opportunity. Shoemaker had 52 receptions last 2 years, but had 6 touchdowns. How you feel about that? Well, still not enthused, from his overall body of work. But he's a better athlete than people give him credit for. He runs like a 4.5 low. He run like a 4.5 or a 4.6 or something like that. 6'6", had a good athletic score, but to actually go on the field and run down the seams or block or no chip and release, and he ain't done that a lot. And you can say that's partly due to the offensive scheme he was in Michigan, where they were a run heavy team. One of his main priority was run blocking, before being an actual pass catcher. You can make that argument, but Henny, where is the money box on the page? Oh, it doesn't have. I'll have to apply for the YouTube partnership program once I get off of here, and then it'll take a couple of days. And once they improve it, then my page will be monetized. So my page is not monetized yet. I've reached 1,000 subscriber mark, But I'll have to go and subscribe for the partnership program first. The new tight end was needed. Big Mike going back old school zone blocking like the Niners. We'll see. Hey, that's one of the main things that they pointed out when they drafted him. They pointed out that he was a great blocker. That's all you hear, that he was a superior blocker. So we'll see. I'm not against it. Hey, Mickey, yes, we made it. Hey, you ain't missed the party. The party's still ongoing. You know what I'm saying? It's a celebration year round now. Like, we in the dough. Y'all done created a monster now. Our show ain't gonna ever stay off here. Hey, thank you, Mickey. I appreciate you. What's better for you in the channel, Super Chat or Cashapp? Cashapp, and this thing about Super Chat, when you get monetized by YouTube, they take a percentage of it, and then they pay you once, like the 25th. So you get all your money on the 25th, but they take a percentage of it. Cash App, I have it instantly. I can go and invest into a platform immediately. So you're talking about like practicality. Cash App is always better for me, but send it however you can. There's a lot of folks that don't have Cash App. So once I get the super chats going, of course you can send the super chats, and it'll still count for my raffles and stuff. But like Cash App, is always tried and true. Still about the viewership, likes, and chat participation. True. For the actual content, I just need y'all present. No, for the actual content, I just need y'all present in the share. You know what I mean? Because, everything else is going to come with it. Especially once the page is monetized, and, the views itself, will generate ad revenue. So, it's always about making quality content, telling the truth, giving y'all non-biased analytical breakdowns on players, giving you the latest news around the Dallas Cowboys. All that is priority. Yeah, YouTube always trying to sell ads, man. YouTube will put like 30, 40 ads on your stuff on a 20-minute video. Like, dog. Like the ads will turn a 20-minute video into an hour-long TV special. Like, real talk. Just sharing and push the like button on Facebook. Hey, indeed, appreciate that. Yep. If I ever got channel, I get strippers with bikini dancing in the background for eye candy. Danny Savage, you really are a savage, my boy. Bet. I'm definitely gonna check for your channel, my brother. Definitely gonna check for your channel. So we talked about offensive line play. Man, they're gonna play an ad regardless. You could be YouTube and how to perform CPR. Somebody could really need your help, and they're gonna play a 2-minute ad video while they choking, and you trying to figure out how to you do CPR. So yeah, they gonna get them ads off, man. They gonna get them ads off. All right, so this is a surprise. Y'all know over here on the liquor store, we are known for Jabril Cox slander. I have talked bad about this boy 40, 50 times. I don't know if that's a real number, but about 40, 50 times I done talked bad about Jabril Cox. I said the boy can't tackle. I said this and that. I said there's a reason that other guys were coming back from back surgery and playing before him. I said a lot of things, right? And then, they probably were a little true at the time, just chucking up the player development. But they saying that during the 2-minute end of game situation for second team, Jabril Cox broke up an end zone pass to set up 4th and goal. Teammates caused a brief delay when crowding Cox in celebration. They became louder when on 4th down, Cox broke up another easy pass, end zone pass to win the game. Let's go, Jabril. So listen, I have been talking crazy about Jabril Cox. He has not really got on the field a lot. I pointed to his missed tackle percentage. I pointed to other guys playing before him. So, I have not had a positive view on Jabril Cox for a while. But, he went out there, in OTAs, and he's making plays. When you make plays, you deserve credit where credit is due. Cox was hurt last year, allegedly. Because remember, he had got hurt the year before. He was supposed to have been back healthy from injury before whatchamacallit. Now they might have been playing it close to the chest. You know what I'm saying? They might have been playing it close to the chest, so on and so forth. So whatever the case may be, he's out there now making plays. So they didn't actually say. They said he was with the second team, so he probably was playing. He probably was playing linebacker. He said he can't cover. He can cover, can't tackle. Hey, listen, we are in agreement with that. He has a tackling issue. He's had a tackling issue everywhere that he's went. But people love him because of his size, athleticism, his ability to cover, his ability to be versatile. So yeah, so I get it. She said he was coming back from injury like Michael Gallup, which is fair. No, it's fair. It's fair to say he was injured and trying to find a way back. So you never know. His injury may not have been as severe as Damone Clark's. So you never know. But they're happy for him. He's making plays. He's still a very young player. And it was very crucial for him to make some noise. Because think about, we talked about Overshawn. We were being funny and say while he was singing to us. He was on the verge of singing good night to Jabril Cox, because as quiet as kept, he is Jabril Cox replacement. You gotta really think about it, man. They are the same damn player, just about. They are the same damn player. They're around the same size. They got the similar athletic ability. They both have a safety background. They both can cover. So they are very similar players, in terms of play style and scheme fit for this team. So, it is prevalent, it is of the utmost importance for Jabril Cox to have a good showing this year. It's very important for him to have a good showing this year. He said, how many off-ball linebackers are we going to carry? It's really dependent on if you view them as off-ball linebackers. Because remember, if they were to play big nickel for you, right? Or if they were to play middle linebacker, it'll still be similar skill sets to what Dan Quinn requires from the guys he already puts out on the field. And yeah, like I said, another chess piece for the defense if he keeps it up. I think Overshawn is a little more violent. And that's the beautiful thing about it, man. You need the depth at linebacker. Sean Lee is another player who has an extensive injury history. So, you definitely have to keep an eye on him. Yeah, hey, appreciate you, Brian Kite. What's up, Neil? Said slapped up 6 Eagles fans before checking in, my dude. Hey, I appreciate y'all for the congratulations, man. Thank y'all. Yeah, you gotta try him somewhere. He got good athletic ability. So keep an eye on Fihoko Jr. He can play on the line and linebacker. I think they said that Fihoko was gonna play some 3-tech this year. If I'm not mistaken, they said that they're gonna move him around the defensive line. He'll play some edge. He'll play some 3-tech. But I didn't know he could actually drop back as linebacker too. So I'll take a look at that as well in the future. I did not know there was an ability that he possessed. So hey, appreciate you, Paul, for the tidbit for that tidbit, man. So let's take a look. Hey, Eli, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in. So again, it's off season. Don't be too shook, but keep your antennas up. Cowboys right guard Zach Martin said he's been sidelined this spring with a soft tissue injury. held back as a precaution. He said he's fine. I'm fine. They're just being smart, making sure I get to training camp feeling ready to rock. All right, yeah. Man, soft tissue injuries are nothing to play with. Especially for an older player, especially with somebody as a linchpin on this offensive line. They saying it's cool. They saying it's a non-worry, a non-factor. Let's pray. Hey, shout out to Neil for the donation. Shout out to Mickey for the donation too. She said, "Oh, hold on, let me read this." No, my internet is horrible because I just now seen that y'all did that. She said, "For a happy 1,000." I appreciate you, Mickey. Salute to you. Thank you for the love. And Mickey, that also got you 2 more entries in here for the raffle. So let me go ahead and update you, Mickey. So you are now tied with VA roster X for the best odds of. No, hold on. Actually, Neil, you got 5. Okay, so Neil, you now have the best odds of winning the Dallas Cowboy game tickets. You got 5 entries. Mickey and VA roster X have the second best odds. They got 4 entries. So if y'all want to be like them and improve your odds of winning these home game tickets to see the Dallas Cowboys completely destroy the filthy shit eating Eagles, hit the Cashapp. $ Hennythemoor, $10 per entry. But nah, soft tissue is yes. Listen, from personal experience, when you get to talking about soft tissue and ligaments and this and that, like you better off really breaking a bone outside of like a lens frac. Like you probably can break your leg and shake back and be better than actually tearing a tendon or rupturing Achilles or like it's horrible when you get a soft tissue injury. It's so hard to recuperate. It's hard to recuperate. I tore both my ACLs. I have not been the same, athlete since. Not that I was this all-world athlete before, but I used to hoop, run, do all this other stuff. I'm hesitant to do that now, especially as I've gotten older. Still feel it sometimes too. So yeah, I much rather. And listen, I don't even feel. I broke my leg. Like I be telling y'all this story. I broke my leg in the car wreck. That mug was turned the opposite direction. And when I broke it, recouped. I ain't never felt that no more. You know what I'm saying? I still feel these ACL tears though. Man, it's painful right now that Zeke ain't on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, I understand that he has not, been the Ezekiel Elliott that was an all-pro running back anymore. Henny say, I'm just going to run these stats and chats. Hey, real talk, man. Word, I ran a 4.3 in high school after my injury was gone. Yeah, you don't really always recover from that like that. Mickey said, "Hear no evil." But yeah, Mickey, you got the second best odds though. Oh yeah. Beautiful thing about it, I don't really remember the accident. I fell asleep. I was very nefarious when I was younger. So like I was on some stuff. Fell asleep behind the wheel. Woke up in the hospital, so they had to tell me that my leg was turned in the opposite direction. I am glad that I did not witness it because that probably would still traumatize me to this day. But I literally like woke up in the hospital a couple days later. No idea how the hell I ended up there. Half of my friends and family thought I was dead. So it actually is water I am drinking. It actually is water. It's good old H2O. Like it was. I work out. Well, listen, I have an office job, but I do have to go into the field to do inspections. So, it was very hot out. So, I'm making sure to stay well hydrated. Has landlord seen the movie Nefarious? I don't know, but I think listen, just because the name and the title is Nefarious, I'm sure he would love it. I'm sure landlord would love it. Bet, hey, Fish. Hey, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get some good rehab in. Said he tore his ACL. Damn, you done tore every ligament you had, bro. Said, oh, you had an Achilles rupture. Okay. Yeah, man. Especially depending on when you heard it, because modern medicine is much different than back then. Modern medicine is much different. They bounce back a lot easier now. But Achilles tendon injury is still tough. Look what happened to DeMarcus Cousins. He was an all NBA level center, and now that boy over there playing in like Costa Rica or some shit like that. Puerto Rico. He's somewhere playing out of the NBA after being one of the best players in the league after an Achilles rupture. So it's tough, man. It's tough. Oh yeah, back in '89, yeah, it show wasn't the same. Show wasn't the same kind. Show wasn't the same kind of treatment back then. So hold on, let me refresh this. Okay, wait, we good now. We were having some technical difficulties for a second, but we back and rocking. All right, so we just talked about that. Hey, so shout out to Jalen Tolbert, a friend of the show. People be saying that players are friends of the show and they ain't never had that play on their show. So, goofball energy to me. But, Cowboys second year wide receiver Jalen Tolbert is playing much faster. Evident he is thinking less, has better handle of what is being asked of him all across wide receiver positions, caught multiple touchdowns during a red zone 7-on-7 period. So, hey, shout out to Jalen Tolbert. He came on the show. He spoke about his development as a player. He spoke about the changes in this offensive scheme, simplifying the offense so that the players can play faster. They're saying that he is playing faster. So, they have reached their overall goal already in getting the guys to play faster. So, he has another year under his belt of training. He's been working with Dak Prescott in the Dak yard. He's been putting in the work to develop. He looks physically stronger. So I am happy for Jalen Tolbert, man. I thought that Jalen Tolbert was going to have an amazing season last year. I think he was really hindered by the offensive scheme. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people were hindered by that scheme. So, a guy with his skill set who was able to have the kind of production that he did in college, you don't just forget how to play football. So, I'm going to charge that to the guy that's no longer in the building. We're going to wish nothing but positive, things for Jalen Tolbert moving forward. I pray that he have an amazing season. I pray that he is able to really contribute for this team and prove all the naysayers wrong about him. So, nothing but up from here. Hey, and that's fair. He said, keep the same energy come game day. That's fair. That's fair. Because listen, we know what happened last year. We do. But, I feel much better about the play caller. I feel much better about the offensive system. And I feel much better, about sophomore Jalen Tolbert over rookie Jalen Tolbert. You remember, the thing I always say at this point, man, is upgrade your resume. You know what I'm saying? So, like, once he go out there, he'll get an opportunity to update his resume this year. It's a damn near all new room of offensive coaches going to render better results than the one that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Because even though Shoddy He said, seen too many minicamp Hall of Fame All-Stars. Hey, 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 listen, but that's all we got right now. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna report on what's being said, and we're just gonna report on, match it up to what he said. He came on here, said they were gonna play faster, do this, do that in the West Coast. You're gonna be more involved in downfield passing. Ain't gonna be no little check down Charlie. So they're gonna open it up. We got a better play caller, a better OC. I trust Brian Schottenheimer and his merit. Of what he did in just as recently as a couple of years ago in Seattle. So I do believe in Jalen Tolbert, being productive this year. Now, I'm not saying he's gonna be 1,000-yard wide receiver, because I don't think he'll get enough balls to do that. I think he's probably your fourth receiver. Guys like CeeDee Lamb are going to eat first. Brandon Cook's going to eat. Michael Gallup's going to eat. But there is still going to be meat on the bone for Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert can still have like a Cedric Wilson type of season where he has over 600 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's a third option. Third/fourth option. But yeah, I do believe in him, man. I believe in the kid. Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Hey, we all have to be, we all have to just be a glass half empty kind of person during the off season. We understand that practice is not the same as the actual live game. We understand that the difficulty level increases from rookie to all Madden, but we're just gonna be hopeful about it. Yeah, if Jalen, I agree. If Jalen wasn't shit, I don't think he'll get invited to the Dak yard. If he wasn't shit, I don't think he get invited to the Dak yard. So yeah, man, I do think that he gonna blossom this year, man. Real talk, I do believe that. All right, so we talked about that. I wonder if this is the same one. No, we talked about that. Okay, here it go. This is the one that intrigued me. It said veteran DT Jonathan Hankins wasn't around for OTAs, but he was there for the first day of minicamp. So this is the first day of minicamp, man. Lit. He played in a goal line package that had Monty Smith and Quentin Bohannon in it. Boy, that's like 1,000 pounds. That's like 1,000 pounds of grown men. Right there in the middle. Looks like 1,000 pounds of grown man. Yeah. They ain't gonna run up the middle on that. And listen, I am elated that the Dallas Cowboys were able to keep Jonathan Hankins on the team. The Dallas Cowboys rushing defense was almost an entire yard better when he was on the field. It was like a 0.8 something of a yard, but he was like damn near a yard. So that's a big difference. That's a big impact. Then you get to pair him with Monty Smith, who I believe was the best one-tech run stopper stuffer in the NFL draft this year. Then big Quentin Bohannon is damn near 400 pounds. That boy like 360. He like 360. So having that much weight, and presence in the middle of the field together with Micah Parsons and these fast ass linebackers you have, I think we'll have a good red zone defense this year if everybody stay healthy and plays up to the level that we believe that they can play on. Like real talk. If they are able to find another DT in free agency before camp for cheap, that would be fire. It would, but and this is gonna be my one thing. Where would he play at? Because you just spent a first round pick on Mozzie. You pay Jonathan Hankins to come back and be your veteran. So that they gonna rotate together. So Osa is safe. He's your best 3-tech, in my opinion. I think they still have not given up on Neville Gallimore yet. I think he still has a role on the team, even though he is. I'm not gonna talk bad about the kid or anything like that. They were, and listen, really, they were asked to do something very hard. They did not. They were playing undersized defensive tackles together while also playing undersized safeties instead of linebackers. So I think they had an impossible task to do. I should think about for depth. But that's another thing though. Like I'm trying to think about depth because right now I'm just looking at the room, right? Mozzie Smith, Jonathan Hankins, Big Quinn Bohannon. Yeah, I can see that being more of a possibility like week 8. But like with the current defensive tackles, and then you got to throw in Junior Fihoko because they said he's gonna play 3 tech. So we're about 7 deep right now at defensive tackle. Yeah, we're about 7 deep. Let me make sure I'm not wrong. Mozzie, Hankins, Quinn Bohannon, Osa, Neville Gallimore, Junior Fihoko. I think that's 6. I think we're 6 deep. So it might be room for one more. I think they will use it periodically. I think it could be used. Because they are giving up, size for speed. I don't necessarily know how often they can. Golston, thank you. So we are 7 deep. So they did move Chauncey Golston ass over there. Yeah, I think we're deep enough. Well, what's what they need to do for me? Can we please sign a damn kicker? Oh shit, Dunny Holmes, what's up with you, man? Thank you for coming in and showing love. Hey, man, we made it to 1,000. Everybody just now coming in, we made it to 1,000 subscribers, man. So God is good. Said Fihoko needs about 30 pounds for 3 tech. Yeah. And listen, he definitely is not going to put on 30 pounds and be able to move around effectively in this short amount of time. He might get 10. He might get 10 or 15 on him. But he ain't going to get no 30 pounds on him right now. Yeah, Chauncey did step up. He did. But please sign a damn kicker. So, I actually had some updates on kicker. I just got to see if I actually uploaded it. If not, it's not a big deal. I can actually get it uploaded and sent to myself in a matter of seconds. So y'all don't even trip. I'm finna get it updated for us, man. So boom. I'm finna send it to myself and upload it. Hold on, I might have it up here. Yeah, I do got it. Okay, shit. I'm finna do a bunch of work for no reason. Who name is Conklin? Yo, damn Dizzle, what's up with you, man? DP Johnson, what's up with you, man? Yeah, we're pretty deep. We're pretty deep. So down the line, if somebody gets deemed, I'm not opposed to it. It's just like a car. If a part of your unit gets injured, you replace that part. You don't stand pat. You gotta. You wouldn't sit here, and try to drive your car around. Even though the entire engine outside of the one part is intact, you wouldn't go out there and try to drive your car without the timing belt or or anything like that. So when something on your team goes down or somebody on your team goes down, you bring something else in. But they said kicker Trishan Vizcaino made all 9 field goal attempts from inside Ford Center at the Star. His longest was this one from 55 yards. Expectations remains the team's week 1 kicker is not currently in the building. Yes, he is still out there waiting. He probably has a sign right now that says we'll kick for food. Definitely bring Robbie Gold in because listen, it's cool. Shout out to Vizcaino. He made all his kicks. Congratulations. There was no rush. Hey man, what's up with you people? My brother, we have made it to 1,000 subscribers, man. We have made it to 1,000 subscribers. So, I appreciate all y'all for the love, the support, for telling friends to come join the page. This is just the first step, in a long in a long journey, but we did it, man. We got to the first we got through the first step. We got through the first step, and it was all thanks to y'all for showing love and rocking with your boy as much as y'all been rocking with me. He said he about as strong as Vita Vea. Well, they are cousins, so hey, they might be workout warriors together, man. You never know. But yeah, but what I was gonna say though, man, about Vizcaino, it is cool that he made his kicks. Congratulations. But he made, hey, we'll get there. We're gonna get to 2,000 and 3,000 and 4 and 5. We just gonna keep going, man. But I'm gonna need y'all help, man. To keep telling y'all friends to subscribe to the liquor store, to come through the front door, slap an Eagle fan or foe, and it's gonna be good. I'm going to see if I can, man. I got to see what my work schedule is like, see if I can get the adequate time to go. But if I am not able to go to Oxnard, I will be going to Dallas to cover the preseason games. And of course, I will be going to cover some of the actual home games. So even if I cannot make it out to Oxnard, I don't live that far from Dallas. I'm like 2 hours away from Dallas. I'll jump in the car, make it to Dallas, and be able to cover that. So even if I do not, he said, breaking news: Cowboys are hiring Dan D for kicker spot. His experience is putting. Hey, I like that one, boy. Mickey said she want to try and make it to Oxnard this year. Hey, salute to you. If you're able to make it, hey, I know for a fact Landlord is going. I know for a fact West Coast is going. And I think Law will be there too. But if I'm not able to make it out there to training camp in California, I will be covering, the Dallas Cowboys when they return to Dallas. Got to utilize, being that close to the star. Got to utilize not having to drive that far to cover my team. So I definitely will be in Dallas, to cover some of this stuff. I'll be covering training camps or I'll be covering these preseason games. Probably a combination of both. I believe, yeah, the camp is free. You don't have to train. You ain't got to train to go to. You ain't got to pay to go to training camp from my knowledge. But yeah, unless I was just saying that because Vizcaino made all those kicks, man. There was no pressure, no pass rush. There was nobody in there aside of reporters and his teammates. There was nobody cussing him out saying he ain't. So it's easier to make these kicks in practice. It's easy to make it when nobody's around and nothing on the line. They make kicks like that all the time. And we all know what happened, even in the regular season when they're not as much, riding on it. Like you can live to kick another day, so to speak. We saw what happened to Maher, when he got into the playoffs. The man forgot how to kick. He went to the playoffs and forgot how to kick. Because that pressure, the pressure either busts pipes or it makes diamonds. So, that boy pipe got busted, man. So it is what it is in regards to that, though. But, we shall see. We definitely shall see. But yeah, that's really why I want Robbie Gold, because that man ain't never missed a postseason kick. He ain't never missed no postseason extra point. He ain't never missed no postseason field goal. He's perfect. Yes, and that is the and that is the advice that West Coast gave me. Never go the first week when they out there in shorts and shimmels. So he said always go when they have pads on. He said, because they basically are doing walkthroughs the first week. It's basically a glorified walkthrough the first week of being in Oxnard. That's basically what it is. Why is he unemployed? I am not sure why they have not signed that boy. He said that's what Landlord said earlier. Yeah, man, like they ain't doing nothing out there. No, they just trying to get acclimated back to being out there on the field together. You know what I mean? Like they getting acclimated back to being out in the heat doing 2-a-days and stuff. They ain't gonna be out there doing too much. They ain't gonna be out there doing too much. It just, and listen, it's really all just part of the overall ramp up. I'm so against going to Oxnard, period. It's cool. Practice in Texas, 120-degree heat. The Pats practice, rain, heat, snow, hurricane. Man, that boy crazy. He said, that was Brian Brodus. He is a guy that covers the Dallas Cowboys. He does good. He does good work. So he came on to the show, and truth be told, he did backtrack on what he said initially. You know what I'm saying? Initially he said that Dak Prescott's DNA was to turn the ball over, but you know, he went on there. He said in the future, I guess he's saying Dak Prescott going forward. You know, when he further elaborated, he said Dak Prescott going forward. You know, he said basically because he trusts all his players, he's willing to throw the ball to guys like Noah Brown. He's willing to throw the ball to Dennis Houston's and things like that. You know, because of that, you know, he said that Dak Prescott will have a turnovers going forward because he don't care who he throws the ball to. Yeah, like he elaborated a little bit more. He elaborated. But shout out to Brian Broaddus. You know, he had surgery today. I am glad that he made it through, make a full recovery. You know, he is one of the few guys that stands on the table for Dak Prescott publicly. You know, outside of that. Oh, he works with, I forget what network he was in. He was with. Hey, y'all, what network was Brian Brodus with? You know, Brian Brodus been around for a while. Matter of fact, Google is free, so I'm finna actually just Google what Brian used to do. Let's see if I can find what Brian used to do. Yeah, he's just an analyst for the Dallas Cowboys. So he does work for the Cowboys. He did anyway. Thank you. 105 The Fan, yeah. Thank you. Yo, South Tex, how you feel about the Cowboys being interested in Cooks? I like Cooks. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, yeah. But I like Cooks, man. Like, Cooks is one of the better running backs in my opinion. Okay, so he's a former scout for the Green Bay Packers, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Dallas Cowboys, and he currently creates content and, you know, talks on 105 The Fan. So he's a former NFL scout, radio personality, content creator. So yeah. But he cool though. He cool. Like I said, he do stand on the table for Dak Prescott. This is like the one that was like the one negative thing he said, and even that he walked back a little bit, you know, when asked about it. So he's still cool in my book. And you know, he was cool enough to go onto our brothers' platforms and, you know, get and do a show with them. You know, bring another audience to their platform. So, you know, no, that's cool. That's cool on his behalf. So, you know, that's always a good look for the nation. He was in Green Bay with McCarthy. That's crazy. Hey, thank you, South Tex. Thank you, Choctaw. Said, do you realize how many hitters we have on our defense now? We got some fast missiles ready to hit. Man, we gonna have one of the best. Yeah, we're gonna have one of the best defensive units overall, period. of any teams. He definitely walked that shit back. But I ain't gonna say Boss let him off the hook because it's bigger. It's bigger than publicly crucifying him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's about growing the brand. It's about bringing validity to the space that we're in. Boss and them did a hell of a job in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, listen, like let's just be honest. What would be the aesthetics of? And he posted like today. He posted from his hospital bed from having surgery. So what would have been the view of 5 black dudes publicly getting on his ass, about what he said, and then they turn around, he posts a picture in the hospital the next day. You know what I mean, man? So nah, they did the right thing. They built that relationship. They did the right thing. They built that relationship. They look good doing it. So at the end of the day, it was a win for the space. Like, yeah, nah, for real though. Like, listen, I'm just saying, they're gonna say they tried to kill him. That's what they're gonna say. And listen, they didn't have to get on his ass though. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have to hold his feet to the fire. He walked it back himself. He knew for a fact that he was wrong and misguided in what he said. He personally walked it back on their platform. You know what I'm saying? And then they continue to have a fire ass show. You know what I mean? So So yeah, it worked out. It worked out the way it should have worked out. Yeah, the Wi-Fi monster tried to get my boy. So hey, he still was out there spitting. He was still out there spitting though. So yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad the show went the way it did. I'm glad. That my boys, got to shine like that. Really bring tears to your eyes. To see independent content creators, get their flowers, man. You know what I mean? You better watch out, Cropper and Durden. They will surprise. Oh yeah, and listen, this is a very deep wide receiver room. Indeed, my brother. Indeed. Yeah, bro just enjoyed himself too. As a matter of fact, if y'all for y'all who have not watched the show, y'all make sure that y'all go and watch Boss show. Watch it from Boss platform. Watch it from the OC's platform. Watch it from Tuck platform. Everybody that was involved in that. Facts. Some people will know that they are wrong and still try to argue with you. So the fact that he just went on there, went ahead, walked it back, and they were able to interact, build a good rapport, have a great show. That speaks to his character. Yeah, y'all should definitely go watch it on all their platforms so they can all reap the benefits of that show happening. Said my son is banging on the table. Cropper, LOL, to be the next wide receiver for the Cowboys, bro. I had beat the table, for him to make the team. I said he was gonna make the team flat out. I see that kind of potential and playmaking ability in the boy. You know what I'm saying? Especially over. I think he could take. And listen, nothing against Simmons. I think he might be able to take the boy job. I don't know. What you think? I think he might be able to take Simmons' job, man. It's early, but listen, I am biased because I'm very high on Jalen Moreno Cropper. I'm very high on him. But if you go back and watch my tables, if you go back and watch a couple of my older shows, I stood on the table for that boy. Yeah, I definitely stood on the table for that boy. Matter of fact, it was a joint show. It was me and Landlord. I would have to go back and find the exact show because we do so many of them. But yeah, I had to go back and find it. But I definitely stood on the table for that boy. He said Simeon is a wasted pick. Yeah, he was. What was he, man? Like a 5th round pick? Was he a 5th round pick or something? You can't really say he wasted. Most 5th-round picks don't even stay on the team this long. So the fact that he even has a roster spot and is giving you depth on the team is a win. So, for every Deron Bland, there's a Semi Fihoko. You know what I mean? So, you can't win them all. Ain't gonna lie, I was salty when I heard the truth about Malik not playing because of Kellen hating on the young man. That could have been the difference in the Niners game, man. Yeah, I can't wait for preseason either, man. Yep, he gave OC props for scouting for Cal. It was great content over there, man. It wouldn't surprise me if the Cowboys' job in the wide receiver corps get taken into camp. Yeah, like somebody might lose their job. Now, I think your top 4 wide receivers are safe. Which is true to an extent. That is true, Danny. But let's see. Yeah, your top 4 are safe. We know CD Lamb is good. We know Brandon Cooks is good. We know that Michael Gallup is good, at least for this year. We know that Jalen Tolbert is good for at least this year. So your top 4, we know who they're gonna be. They're locked in. Man, Malik would have went crazy on them boys, man. The fact that he let a personal bias impact a playoff game where we needed a running back to step up for us. I'm not letting that shit go. I'm not letting that shit go. Yeah, Tolbert locked. Tolbert is locked. And the reason I believe that Tolbert is locked, one, like I felt the energy when he came on here about how never. Yeah, I felt the energy when he came on here talking about, man, that boy had a twinkle. Listen to me, that boy had a twinkle in his eye when he was talking about this new offense, man. That boy had a twinkle in his eye when you talk about this West Coast offense, man. That boy gonna go crazy. Like I can, man. Listen, he finna go crazy, and with the fact that they spent a top 100 pick on him, they're not gonna give up on him either. So he gonna get the opportunity to play. He'll play better when he does get on the field. He'll get more targets. He'll make a bigger impact. Yeah. He's safe, especially when you factor in, they value their guys, but they also value the value of the pick where the guy was taken. They also value that. He was a 3rd-round pick, a top 100 pick, and Semi was a 5th-round pick. Jalen Tolbert is going to stay on this roster before any of those guys. Oh yeah, that boy ready. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put some money on the kid, man. I'm gonna see if I can go on Bovada. Where I do my sports betting. If y'all want to know, I go to Bovada. If y'all are interested in going to Bovada, I will provide a link. So I can get some credit for it. But yeah. They say that about everybody, because they said Jalen Tolbert been going crazy. They say that Simi been going crazy. Everybody going crazy right now. Let me see if I can find the report, because I just had it up. It's here somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, they say Michael Gelkin said that Jalen Tolbert was going crazy. There is a article about how well Jalen Tolbert has been playing in OTA. So, we'll see. And listen, Simi has a chance to still make the team. He'll just have to fight off the dogs behind him. This guy's nipping at his heels. Right now. But yeah, I definitely think that the kid can play and that he'll be around for a while. That Titans game was their 3rd strings, was brutal. Yeah, it was horrible. Broder said Davis frustrated and coaches weren't sure if they could trust him. Said lack of opportunity was affecting his efforts. Yeah, Turpin too. So I think Turpin will be involved in this passing offense as well. And we definitely going to ask him that too when he comes up on here. Like when he comes up on here, we are definitely going to ask him about, how he would prefer to be used in the offense. Matter of fact, I'm not going to give y'all all the questions I'm going to ask him. I'm not going to do that because I want it to be fresh when y'all hear it. Just know we're going to ask him some real deal bona fide questions. This is what happens when Kellen Moore isn't in the building anymore. Facts. When you remove cancer from the body, the body automatically starts to heal itself. The body automatically starts to heal itself. Your body naturally heals itself and removes toxins anyway. So, once you remove that, the body can get back to handling business the way it is supposed to handle. So, actual good offensive coordinator would have played Malik Davis, would have let him get his moment to shine, would have seen what he had in him, and would have ran his ass to a victory. Especially, with the fact you were in 2nd and 1. You had got 9 yards on the previous run. You were in the red zone. You were not only just playing to score, but you were also playing the clock. Because you could have, even if you had to settle for a field goal, you could have ran the clock down so much it would have hindered the 49ers' ability to get down the field in time to score. So, Kellen Moore did not understand the assignment. At the worst case scenario, the Dallas Cowboys should have been kicking a field goal and putting the ball away with under a minute left in the game. With under a minute left in the half. You should have been playing for time as well. You should have been trying to run some time off the clock as well. That was time to go into ball control offense. You had 2nd and 1. Even if you had got stuffed on the next 2 attempts, you still had 4th down to the side if you wanted to get it. You still listen. So yeah, I'm still getting infuriated by how they handled that obvious running situation. And what's even worse, they put Dak Prescott in the position to throw an interception. You put him in position to throw an interception when they had already been squatting on routes, when they already have been avert. I'm not gonna get into that. I'm gonna get pissed all over again. But yeah, so is the world, man. So is the world. Well, that's the thing. They said they didn't trust him. Kellen Moore didn't trust him. But guess what? Because we saw, because hindsight is 2020. Because hindsight is 2020. You know what I'm saying? We know for a fact that they probably should at least gave him a carry or two. Because the teams that are able to run against the 49ers are the teams that are able to beat the 49ers. Despite the fact that they are one of the better run-stopping teams. Coach Marv, I like this prediction, my brother. I'm going to put it on up here, my guy. Thank you for tapping in, too, my boy. Hey, Coach, we done reached 1,000 we done reached 1,000 subscribers on the channel, Coach. So I appreciate you for your love and support, man. You've been rocking with me for a long time, Coach. So I appreciate you and everything you do for me, man. But yeah, I do agree with that. I can see my boy, getting about 450 yards. I would like that for Turpin too. Do we know that for a fact? We can say that because he hasn't been on the field really, had real limited, opportunities. But listen, we don't even know that for a fact right now, my boy, because they didn't give him an opportunity to do it. I would say that differently if they had gave him an opportunity to actually get out there and run the ball during the playoff game. Yo, Wes, what's up? Welcome to the liquor store, man. We live, my boy. Look like Baghdad over there, boy.
Everything is Philadelphia. It's Philadelphia. That everybody said it's Philadelphia. Philadelphia. I'm pulling up on a black Cowboy jersey. The hell out. You feel me? And I wish an Eagle fan would.
Straight like that.
Because they gonna get their ass beat live on camera, bro. And I'm gonna do a million views. So I'm letting the world know. Be in the building November 5th for the Philadelphia game. Pull up.
Straight like that.
Pull up. Put your tickets up.
Yeah. Hey, man, you got me turned, boy. What's up?
To volunteer you to come to that game with me because, you know, he said he waited if enough come. I said, man, I don't care. I'm going. I'm tired of Cowboy fans. Every time you be like, oh, Cowboy, hey, you want to go to the Jacksonville game? Okay, let's go. You want to go to the such and such game? Okay, let's go. You want to go to the Washington game? Okay, let's go. You want to go to the Philly game? Oh, no, man. Oh, no. Bro, what are you talking about? You from Detroit, bro. You from Oak Cliff. What are you talking about, bro? You from Rockland Hills. You from South Oak Cliff. What you from the hoods of hoods? You afraid to watch a Philadelphia game in Philadelphia? Nah, bro.
Only thing that scares me is the Eagles fan breath because they eat raw shit, and that's about it.
Listen to me. There's streets and there's streets that I live 5 minutes down the street from that I ain't never stepped on. You wanna know why? Because it's real life or death over there. You feel me? This is football, bro.
Facts.
No stadium on the face of earth I'm afraid to go to, bro. Security gonna do their job, and if they don't, the Eagles fans gonna get their ass beat live on TV.
Straight like that.
Live on Facebook.
Hey, Coach Morris said he might make that trip with you, man. Gonna be his birthday weekend.
Hey, I called landlord because I knew landlord was gonna be live. Landlord said, landlord, he always with some nefarious stuff. He said, landlord said, man, you know, if I can get the days off, man. Landlord, he one of those. Like, landlord, he'll always tell you yes, but it's always contingent on him. One of them thugs that's gonna be at work every day, though.
Indeed. He ain't missing no check.
He gonna be some ass, but he ain't gonna miss that money either. You know, if I can get the days off, man, I'll be there, man. If I can get the days off. So yeah, I need all Cowboys national pull up, bro. Because Eagles fans are not afraid to go to Cowboy games. They be in our stadium screaming EAGLES like it ain't nothing, bro. And Cowboy fans out here scared like a mug, bro. Nah, we pulling up the Eagles. We pulling up, and we gonna beat that ass.
Yeah.
We gonna pull up. I'm eating Philly cheesesteaks, going to all the memorials, trying to meet Meek Mills. What it do, man?
Man, what?
Cowboys, and I'm doing it all Cowboys the fuck out. I ain't gonna get you demonetized, but I'm doing it all Cowboys the F out.
Man, real talk.
Oh my mama. You know what I'm saying? What was you talking about? My bad. I know you was doing something. What was you talking about?
Nah, we were just talking about some stuff from OTAs, and then Coach Morris said he gonna try to pull up on you then.
Yeah, I need all the gangsta ass Cowboy fans. If you ain't no gangsta ass Cowboy fan, go ahead and sit this one out. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't a gangsta Cowboy fan, but you just want to have you just want to support that bail money on the side, that's what's up. You guys are equally important.
Indeed.
When somebody say I can't go West Coast, but I sure got $100 for some bail money for you. Don't trip, hey man, you are equally important. Let's go.
Man, real talk.
Because that's what it is, bro. Like they should be scared to come to They should be scared to come to Dallas, bro. They should be scared to fight. Like they should be afraid to play us. They should be afraid, bro. And like, Cowboys gotta start. We gotta start walking in the spunk that we earned. Like we earned the spunk to tell Philadelphia Eagles fans to shut up.
And real talk.
Like that's just what it is. Like we've earned that right. I don't care what they did in the playoffs. And what they do against us. Not
a damn thing. Hey, when the last time they won a game in Dallas?
You feel me?
Hey, when the last time they won a game in Dallas, cuz?
Man, I don't know. I ain't no Eagles extraordinary. I can't tell you.
They ain't beat us since 2017 in Dallas, man.
Was I at that game? I think that was the game I'm always talking about, to be honest with you. I think that is the game I'm always talking about.
It's been a long ass time.
That game I'm always talking about when they were screaming screaming spelling that crap out of the stadium.
Yeah, because listen, they ain't been doing shit in Dallas. Last time I saw them play in Dallas, when I was live, I went 2021 home opener. We beat the potassium out their ass. We beat the melanin out their skin. We beat the shit out the Eagles. So it was a beautiful sight to see. There was a guy dressed up as a green Eagles Viking. He was up front looking sad as hell.
Yeah, I just don't understand the fear that Cowboys fans have. When it comes to playing the Eagles, I don't you know what I'm saying? I don't get that fear. Like I think there's a crazy narrative. I think there's a crazy narrative that's out there about them that's just not, you know what I'm saying? That ain't legit. And I think Cowboy fans need to walk in that stadium on November 5th, and we gonna do what we always do. Like, I'm expecting Dak to do what he always do. Dak beats on Eagles fans. Like if you know what I like, hey, we all watch What's Love Got to Do with It. You seen that show?
We all seen it. Yeah, we still live, Brian.
We all watch What Love Got to Do with It. Okay, well, what the hell Ike gonna do from scene 1 all the way to scene 42?
Indeed.
That's what he do. That's what Dak do, bro. That's what he do. Like, that's what he does, bro. So, anybody want to put their money on it, I'm with it. And I gotta get my sons ready for this practice. Hey, I was literally just calling to tell you that I wanted to go to that game. We gotta go to that game, bro.
Bet. Hey, that should be enough time for me to work it out. So like, here, I might be able to actually make that. And also, hey, your boy done reached 1,000 subscribers, my guy.
Hey.
Indeed.
Man, listen to me, man. I just tell you this, man. Congratulations. You know the rule. You know what I'm saying? When you get your first, you'll get your first big check. You know who you gotta go take out to dinner.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta take wife out.
Hey, man, you gotta go, because I'm gonna tell you the rule in this game. When you first get your big content check, take out the dinner and be like, well, baby, you like this Burger King, right? She's like, yeah, this Burger King cool. Guess what? If I do more content, shoot, we might be at goddamn Ruth Chris. And then guess what? That light bulb's gonna come on in her eye. It's gonna be like, bing. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna tell you to do more content. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, just congratulations, bro. Like, I seen your growth. I'm always supporting your growth. You definitely. I look at you more as a content creator than I do. I always look at you as family, but I definitely look at you as a content creator. And you hold your own, and everything you've gotten, you have definitely earned it. Like, you haven't like, there's nobody that can be like you, ate off my coattails or anything like that, because you are a totally different lane than what I do. You just so happen to be related. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But you're a totally different lane, and the lane is the fans have shown you that is a lane that is desired, and it is a lane that people will support. So the only thing I'm gonna tell you is, shoot, man, do more.
Indeed, brother. And hey, I appreciate the love and support, man. Hey, and for y'all who don't know, man, like, he dragged me into this content shit. So, like, I would not be Hennythemoor without my big cousin West Coast, man. So, I have to give my boy his flowers, man.
Damn, you are, bro.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Indeed.
Still gotta work on your thumbnails, but
Hey.
who in my eye to say something about thumbnails? But hey, we always gotta find something in this big, you feel me?
Indeed, my brother.
But hey, I love you, man. I'm gonna get to this practice, man.
Hey, love you too, cuz I'm gonna get at you.
Yep, hey, hit them super chats, bro, because you can see them now.
Yeah.
Hit them super chats. Hell, you mean? Y'all better get on them super chats.
Hey, bet. Indeed. So, hey, that was my brother West Coast tapping in, showing love real quick. He said, but what happens in real? Tina was 100 times better than Ike. So y'all sit on the couch and eat the cake. We were not going to eat the cake. We're going to feed you a hot ale. It's going to be a hot ale served fresh, served fresh right on the spot. Made to order. But yeah, I love it. I love it. Rivalries is what make football so damn fun. If the Eagles did not hate the Cowboys and the Cowboys did not hate the Eagles, then would it really be football? Would it really be football if we did not hate each other guts? But yeah, man. Let's take a look. So now that we got that covered, what else is there for me to talk to y'all about? Let me go take a look. Tina still could have gotten it in her older years. Yeah, R.I.P. to Tina, man. R.I.P. to Tina Turner. You know, definitely was a very influential figure in music and in entertainment. So, you know, she will be missed, man. Definitely will be missed. But matter of fact, I still got a couple of slides I have not put up on here. So let's talk about a couple of these rule changes that's going on. Matter of fact, I still got a couple more slides, so y'all bear with me, man. I know I've been on here rambling. I've been on here 2 hours. But hey, I still got more content if y'all still trying to rock, man. I still got more content if y'all trying to rock. I'm finna download it right now if y'all down. So what's up? Y'all still trying to rock? Because I got some time to kill. I already seen that one. All right, so this one is going to be for Clarence Hill. I'm going to save that one. And this is a rule change that I saw. Shit, they said, hey, Brian Cox said, ramble on, facts. The original people said, let's go. Them KJs, of course, keep rocking. Let's get it. Bet that. So we're going to talk about this rule change real quick. And then we'll go back into talking about some off-season stuff, some OTA stuff. So they changed the rule. You know, remember lunching, they changed the actual definition of it. So, you know, it was, you know, when you leave both your feet to deliver a hit to another player, you know, usually they torpedo themselves into somebody's head, this, that, and the third. But, you know, now, you know, lunching is if you leave a singular foot. If you leave a singular foot, you know, you can be called for lunching. They also changed tripping, you know, to where tripping is now a 15-yard penalty. So this is the thing. Yeah, it's tough. That's tough to officiate because, you know, you're not going to always get the needed velocity to blow somebody up or make a tackle without leaving your feet. You know, even if you form tackle, you still have to dip and tackle somebody. So, you know, maybe they'll show a video. You know, maybe they'll show a video to what, you know, they would consider a lunch and send it around. But, you know, I don't want this to be left up to interpretation. You know, I don't want a regular non-helmet to helmet tackle to be a 15-yard penalty. I don't want a regular ass, you know, unviolent, unserious ass tackle to be the difference in a game to where, I made a tackle short for a first down on third down, but they call lunching and now it's a new set of downs and they in field goal range. You know, something crazy like that. As we know, the Dallas Cowboys are a snake-bitten franchise when it comes to luck. Like, when it comes to overall luck, the Dallas Cowboys have been bamboozled and bewitched for a very long time at this point. We don't really get lucky breaks. So, you know, I always keep an eye out for these little nuance changes to the rules. They seem minute at times, but, you know, I still believe, you know, stuff like that could come back and bite you. So, you know, I don't like the rule change. As long as you ain't hitting, unless you already done took out the ability to hit a player in the head, you lowered the tackle box, so to speak, to where you can actually target and hit somebody without a penalty. So I would prefer them not to make any more alterations to lunching. Right, there'll be something stupid like they call in the playoffs against us. And remember, I am a guy that believes it takes skill to win a Super Bowl, but it also takes luck. Because remember, Matthew Stafford threw a interception that should have lost them the game in the NFC Championship, but the defensive back dropped it. He dropped it, and the Rams were able to drive the field and win the game. End up getting the game-winning score because they dropped the interception. We don't get breaks like that. We don't get breaks like that. We fumble holds on field goals. We have offensive coordinators that call quarterback draws with no time left, and refs run into the quarterback to prevent them from spiking the ball. Like, we get crazy shit happen to the Dallas Cowboys. I don't want anything else added to that. We need to burn sage. We need to pray. We need to manifest a new day and age for the Dallas Cowboys. We need to go and hold Jerry Jones hostage until he puts Jimmy Johnson into the ring of honor. We need to break the bad mojo curses that are surrounding the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm only halfway being funny. So listen, once you see the amount of crazy shit that happened to us, we need to rethink some things. Charles Haley even said, "This ain't the game I played. This flag football. Brady never played 20 years in the 90s." Yeah, you can make that argument that nobody would play for as long, especially with the amount of contact that they get to dodge this year in this new day and age. Passer protection, you no longer can dislodge the ball from receiver. You pretty much got to let them catch it or make a play on the ball. So yeah, there's a lot of different rules. And they say it's for player safety, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Man, nah, you laughing. Like, we might need to burn some sage, to remove whatever malignant presence that is surrounding the Dallas Cowboys organization. Cause they is wilding. Okay. So yeah, rule change doesn't wholeheartedly affect us, but it is what it is. All right, so next news. This is from Clarence Hill. Y'all know who Clarence Hill is. Good follow. But Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy said rookie cornerback Eric Scott has been one of the most impressive rookies, and he earned the first team reps he got last week when Stephon Gilmore was out. Dog. So let's talk about a couple things real quick in regards to Eric Scott. Yeah, they added 17 games. Yeah, you got a point. Well, 17 game, yeah. So in regards to Eric Scott, we were hearing that they were super high on him. They even traded up to ensure that they were able to get him. But, I wasn't sold. I really didn't think that much of him at first. Played at a small school. I saw Jalen Tolbert destroy him in college. Completely dog walk him in college. But, they're very high on him. And really one of the things, not even just in regards to Eric Scott, but one of the things I took away from what they're saying, they're not as high on Nashawn Wright or Kevin Joseph playing boundary corner from this comment. They said he earned first team reps. Well, to earn first team reps, you would have to think that he earned it over some other guys. You would have to think that he is currently playing better than Nahshon Wright. You would have to think that he is currently playing better than Kelvin Joseph as a boundary corner. There were other outside corners that were out there. So to say that he earned it over those guys, it's either A, stretch, or B, they really believe that. Right? It's either a stretch, high praise for a young guy to boost his morale, or they really believe that shit. But hopefully it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that we have, at least we already have one of the best defensive back rooms in the NFL. Like, I'm high on Nahshon Wright. I'm high on Nahshon Wright. I like Jordan Lewis. I like the run blend and Trayvon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore, the GOAT. So I like our entire defensive back room. So if he can come in and be an added commodity to that in terms of depth, then so be it. I have never been to California. I was born in Arkansas. I currently live in Texas. So let me see. I've been to Dallas. I've been to Florida, New Orleans, different places like that. I ain't never been to California. I ain't never been to California, period. Oxnard or whatever. So I'm not high on Nahshon Wright. I like him. I do like him. Does he need to a little bit more development, a little bit more polish? Yeah. But like, he has a skill set that you can't teach in his size, length, and athleticism. And he did fill in pretty admirably when given opportunity. So, I'm not saying that he's an all-world corner or anything yet, but, I still like the kid. I still like the kid. Said Foreman. I heard that name before, too. Nahshon hasn't done anything wrong. Didn't think he played horrible when he got his shot. Cuz said he need to see the hunger. Hey, that's fine. Yeah, sometimes you get thrown into the deep end of the pool with no floaty, no life jacket, and you just gotta swim or die. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes that's how it happens. It happened to Dak Prescott. He was able to swim. Sometimes, these guys get thrown into the water and they can't even doggy paddle yet. So, a lot of us expect, instant results from young players, and sometimes, they need to just be young players and learn sometimes. And don't call it crazy. Everybody deserves an opportunity to prove you either right or wrong about them. They always just need an opportunity. So whether it's an opportunity to prove you right or opportunity to prove you wrong, they still need an opportunity. And in the case of the NFL, that's more reps and more snaps. Because forming an opinion on limited snap production, on limited snaps, is a very hard thing to do. Yeah, I am from Cali, living in FTW. Okay, that's what's up, man. He not a Jack Campbell, but the hunger and grit is there. Oh, you talking about Terrence Steele? I'm taking Terrence Steele right now. I'm taking Terrence Steele right now. Yeah. And yeah, listen, I think I started the show with who I want my offensive lineman to be. Tyron, Tyler, Biotis, Martin, Steele. If everybody is healthy, that's what I want. And then, Walesko has been playing right tackle in the absence of Terrence Steele too. So, if I can get the things that I want, that's the main thing. And prioritizing, offensive line play is very important to me. Offensive line play is going to make a world of difference. Oh, he's talking about the Ohio State middle line. See, y'all out here tweaking. See, I listen. I seen Steele. I automatically thought about my boy, man. So this is just some more updates about this is more updates about OTAs that we did not touch on. Gilmore baited Dak Prescott for an easy interception at the pylon during the 707 drill. So the wily veteran caught Dak Prescott slipping, and I think it's a great thing, honestly. And I'm gonna tell you why. There's not going to be too many cornerbacks in the NFL that can manipulate quarterbacks like that. So the fact that Dak Prescott is facing one in practice, and we'll face one in practice, for a while, I always go by the statement that iron sharpens iron. You got a top 10 quarterback going against an all-decade cornerback. It's going to make both of them better. Another thing, Lamb had a smooth rep for a red zone touchdown against Diggs. So looks like CeeDee Lamb caught Diggs slipping. Dak was able to throw a touchdown to him during that. Lamb and Gilmore also shine in early practice hands drill. And this is a wide receiver we never talk about because I didn't think the boy had any shot of making the team. But Jalen Brooks, our 7th-round pick wide receiver, had the catch of the day apparently. Walesko, like you said, he had mixed in at left guard. Defensive back group looks extremely deep, and like I said, we got the best defensive back room in the NFL, the best one. And then we already talked about Vizcaino making his kicks, but like I said, he made them without any pressure. So whatever. So yeah, man. But yep. But we've been on here for about 2 hours and some change. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in, showing love to the liquor store. A couple more things before we go. Friendly reminder. Again, we will have that boy Cavante Turpin, Turbo Turp in the building come Wednesday night at 9 p.m. So salute to him for coming and showing love to the liquor store, to the West Coast, and to the trap. And we will still be running this raffle for the damn Dallas Cowboys tickets. We'll be still running this all the way up until the 1st of August. So, salute to y'all. For supporting the raffle. If you want to enter, it's $10 per entry, and the Cashapp is $Hennythemoor. So again, I appreciate y'all for the love, the support. It's a celebration, man. We done reached 1,000 subscribers. We lit. Y'all done made a monster. I'm gonna come back to back on with this content on these dog. Man, it's over with. It's up from here, man. So I appreciate y'all. Remember, if you slap the shit out of an Eagles fan, man, you will receive half off all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And if you see one of them goofy mugs in the middle of the road, Aflac, man. Aflac. Make sure you have insurance. Make sure you got insurance, man. God bless, and I will see y'all later.